Do you want to understand God? Then spend 10 minutes with a joyful kid. Hey guys, it's John sitting here in my studio with my mug of water as usual. If it's not water, it's coffee, and you all know that. Jeshua did not say theologians will inherit the kingdom. He said the children do. Childlike qualities like wonder and trust and joy and presence are the keys because all of these experiences are coming from believing in a positive world. They look at the world with great wonder and they trust that it's going to be something cool, and they have joy, and they're very present. They are very much staying in the present. Adults overthink all this. They get in their head about, did they pay the bills? Did they turn the stove off? Did they do all the things that they're supposed to do? When's the next shoe going to fall? This idea of not overthinking it and being very present in joy and love and compassion is what children do naturally. Why? Because they're closer to the source. They just came from the source. So they're very much more in line with spirituality. The kingdom of heaven, and that's a very Christian term, but it's not a reward. It's a way of being. Light, curious, unafraid. Jeshua welcomed children. In fact, a lot of my regressive memories are him playing with children. He loves children. He would laugh, he'd joke, he enjoyed them. It was not something that he tried to, shun or push aside as unimportant. He played with children. And one of the quotes is, when playing with children, is, "To such belongs the kingdom of heaven." These children, they come from the kingdom of heaven. They come from that purity of love. Spiritual wisdom is simple. One of the greatest regression memories or quotes that came out of my regression was, "It's all so simple, we have a hard time comprehending it." I laugh daily. I play daily. I trust in a loving world. My next door neighbor comes out, and he's an elderly man, and he's always looking for the next shoe to fall. He's always got a negative outlook on what's going on in our world. And I say something positive, and he just looks at me and walks away. He can't stand the positivity from me because he's so focused on the negativity. But spiritual wisdom is simple. Love, play, trust, be like a child. My being like a child annoys him because he is so immersed in fearful things. That concept of being loving, being caring, well, you should be worried, you should be concerned. When has that ever helped anything? When has your worry ever changed the world? It's your actions that change the world. And the more you act into a loving world, the more we have a loving world. And now, a quick word from our sponsor. Coffee Time with John. This channel runs off coffee, so get your coffee and tea at johnsjoe.com. When my son was 6 years old, he said to me, "Daddy, God told me he's in everything and everyone, and we control the God part inside of us." We control the God part inside of us. That innocent statement from a 6-year-old said more than every priest I've ever talked to in life. God told me he's in everything and everyone, and we control the God part inside of us. That idea of that is that we are divine. Right within that simple statement from that child, become like a child. You must become as a child to enter the kingdom of heaven. You must come back to that space of being childlike. Approach God like a child. Be excited, be playful, open-hearted. Don't seek to control the mystery. Play in it. Practice. Be spontaneously joyful. Dance, laugh, explore. The more you act like a child, the more you live into that child. I'm not telling you to be unaware. I'm telling you to choose to create a loving world. Choose to make your part of the world so bright that the world starts to change around you by being bright with you. If you want to experience the true joy and love of God, of the kingdom, don't make it more complicated. Grow more innocent. Get more awe-inspired. Drop the dogma, pick up the crayons, start to play with this concept of This child within you is the divine, and that divine child understands a little bit more about your direct connection to God. Strip away everything and come back to being eyes wide open like a child, and you found the kingdom of heaven. And that's my thought on this. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.